It is exactly what it says. It is using the jelly roll to make a rug, and it is just such fun, and I wanted to talk you through it. You need to purchase yourself a jelly roll. This little mat actually just used 10 strips of fabric, so not a huge amount. And you could do it, of course, from your scraps. So if you've got scraps or a scrap bundle that you like, cut it into 2.5-inch strips. So this is a bundle that I'm going to make my next rug with, which you can see are blues and greens. So you cut them into a pile of 2.5-inch strips. Now, you're going to say how much? Well, that's why I said the little rug I just showed you used 10 strips. That's the equivalent of 2.5 inches by 40 inches 10 times. If you want to make a bigger rug, then obviously you need more fabric. But it is quite a bit when it looks like this. You're going to take your strips and you're going to sew them together to make a long piece. So it is nicer, I think, to sew them on the diagonal. You can do that really quickly. Just put them, this piece at right angles to the one underneath, and sew the diagonal. You can see this is just prep because I haven't cut that off. And there's another one. So you go on and on and on. Now some of them, because they were little pieces, I have done on the straight grain. I'm not sure if that's going to come back to bite me when I make it into the rug itself, because it does not even up. You're going to get quite a lump there of seam allowance, and it may be that I might change my mind when I get to that bit. The rest of them, as I say, have been done on the 45 degree, and you can do the one after the other. I've shown you how to do that before. So you've got a long strip of fabric. You will also need, as well as your jelly roll, you will also need the pattern. You are also going to need a set of these purple tip needles. Now they've been designed to go specifically through the layers that you're going to sew and not skip stitches. You'll find if you just use your regular needles, you're going to have skip stitches. And we'll come on to that later. But so you need the purple tip needles. You also need this pre-cut bozo wadding. It is pre-cut to 2.5 inches wide. There's no glue on it. And you can see I've got this amount left, and I have made this jelly roll rug from it. So it's quite economical. You're going to get more than one project out of it. And it is a little bit addictive. Okay, so component parts. So we've got the fabric here. You've got your pattern. It does tell you, take you through it. And I'm going to show you what to do with these. So you're going to take your bozo wadding and you're going to wrap your fabric around it. So you're going to take your bozo wadding and you're going to wrap your fabric around it. It is all 2.5 inches. So we go here and then like this. Bit fiddly to get your fingers around it. So there we go. And that's what goes under the sewing machine. So you can see that it's really quite thick. So you're going to feed it through the sewing machine to make something, to make kind of, what am I going to call it, a strip like this. It's going to be the whole of your fabric, so there's a lot of it. Now I've done it in contrast thread so that you can see, and I've done quite a big stitch. The fabric goes all the way to here, so you don't have to be right on the edge. You could do it down the middle. If you want a contrast thread, that's your choice. I've also started a little bit down from the end. Two reasons for that. I did find that my machine objected to all of this. It's happier to come off the other way. So I'm going to come back and come down this way once I've finished it. So you need to make literally yards of this stuff. And they show you in the pattern here that you just make it up. Once you've made it, you make it up into a ball, like a ball of wool, so that it can sit by your sewing machine. When you get to that bit too, on the pattern, they talk about trimming the end. Now again, I despite what they say here, my machine would not go from the edge to here. So what I did was I trimmed it and I ran from here to the edge. It is going to be not your starting point, it's going to be your finishing point. So it just evens it up rather than making a blunt end. You're going to start with a blunt end. Once you've got your yards of this, you're going to sew them together. It does tell you how. You've got a little diagram here, but basically, if we cut this bit off, cut this with my thread snips here. They're not going to be man enough. I need a pair of scissors. Here we go. So, right. So this would be my starting point, and we're going to make the middle bit of the rug. Now this kind of determines how big your rug is going to be, if it's going to be oval. So you put them together like this and you zigzag across. It's just a straight zigzag. And you're going to come from here to the end. So you're going to start down here, zigzag them together, and you're going to come to the end. This first bit is a bit fiddly. And then this gets twisted round. Imagine doing this under your sewing machine, but it gets twisted round and you zigzag them again together. So it is easier when it is under the machine. So you're going to, that's your middle section, and so you go on, and so you go on. Now, this little jelly roll rug, as I said, was just 10 strips. It was actually 10 black and white strips, which I had bought, and I just added in this flash of colour because I just thought it might be fun. The blue and green rug, I think, is just going to be fine on its own. You can see there is zigzag that just holds it together. The stitching isn't the greatest, but it's absolutely fine. Couple of things just as a tip that the pattern doesn't give you is I started with one size of zigzag in the middle here. As I came out, I widened the zigzag. It keeps your rug flatter. The other thing is when you're sewing on your sewing machine, you do need a flat bed because otherwise the rug starts to look like Vesuvius. So if you want it nice and flat like this, I have to say there's no magic to it, it's just nice and flat. You want to use that extension table for your sewing machine. But it is a lot of fun, and I hope that you enjoy making yours.